Hey guys, welcome to a recap from Reddit Viper. We just finished an NDL war, the No Dip League, and then we searched up at a good time and we actually matched Kinnick Society, who is a CWL light clan. At least they were in Season 2. I don't know about Season 1, to be honest with you. We're moving forward. Nice random war, very fair matchup. I think it was the tens matched up and then the nines matched up. It was good. Good breakdown. Part of the difference, Superman got threed over here. Just got to throw shade at him because he's my boy. Vector held the defense. That was a big difference. And then two of our Town Hall 10s got 1-starred instead of 3-starred. So that's really where the win came from. You can see that one of their Town Hall 11s did dip fail. So that kind of hurt them. Just going to jump into some replays. I have 3 Town Hall 9s to show you. The first one, I'm looking at the wrong side. Look at me. The first one is number 30, hit by Mole. They wanted me to do fresh hits, so all the Town Hall 9 hits are fresh. So, I mean, I don't think that it's a big deal. I used to harp on it a lot, and some clanmates would bug me about it, but I think it's important that it shows what good planning people have without having seen the base and what's in it. So like you'll see here, that baby dragon he's using for funneling is going to find two skeleton traps, both skeleton traps, and 2 of those air bombs. And that could ruin his queen walk this early, because if they take out one of the healers, I don't know that he needed the poison, but he was just being safe. Pop the ability there because the queen got distracted with them, so maybe it was necessary, who knows. Starts funneling on the other side with a wizard. He's going to drop a golem in the middle. Good job seeing this. So again, didn't know the Teslas were there, so didn't want to use a rage on that. Didn't know to bring a rage for it, so that's why he popped the ability. And then he's going to get his bowlers working in the middle with that golem working into this cavity right here, or canal, whatever you want to call it, in the base. Drops a heal there, just, I mean, I guess for the CC, just in case it would hit the bowlers. These guys were also running really weird CCs. You'll see one of the attacks, the Town Hall 10 was running all loons. He's got a king walk going down the side. I think he wanted to take out that cannon with the wizard behind, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. And he's got a little bit of a super golem working on there. And he's going to trickle in his hogs. He doesn't do mass hogs on this. He drops in 3 or 4 per defense. There you go. That was the rest of them. I think he dropped 5 or something on those. And he has 1 heal left that he's going to drop here after the expo. And just a really methodical attack here. He does have look at 6 wizards and 2 archers on cleanup with a baby dragon. So he's definitely got this base. So a nice fresh hit from Mole, who I think, I should have looked this up, but I'm pretty sure he had a 6-pack this war. Town Hall 9s were struggling for a bit, and they've gotten a lot better. In the last NDL matchup, they actually pretty much won us the war, so that was really helpful. And the next one I have for you is number 24. I don't know how to say his name. Is it Nikhil? Nick. Nick is hitting this base. He does some really cool stuff. He's seeing, I want to point this out, so I'm going to pause it. He's going to suicide heroes onto the queen. And then what he's seeing is that all of the air targeting defenses are really over here. He does have 3 air defenses here, but there's not really anything else. These are both going to be covered by when his hounds are coming over here, both the expos, that is. And he has a really unique way to take out, I don't want to say unique, but smart way to take out both of these defenses here. He's going to drop a giant onto the mortar, and he's going to drop some loons, 3 I think. They're just going to haste right onto the archer tower and onto the wizard tower and take it out, and he gets the CC pull on this. And again, it's fresh. He didn't know what's in the CC. It could have been a hound, it could have been a golem, could have been, and he doesn't know when it doesn't come out, so there's a little bit of risk to that. But seeing it come out, now he knows that there's probably a loon in there as well. Actually, it has to be, I guess, if it didn't come out. Or a hog, but that's dumb. Giant something. So here the wall break fail on that, which hurts in that his king doesn't go in to get the queen. So now he's got to make sure that the queen steps up, uses the ability, and it looks like he's going to be fine there, but he's not going to get any more value. He's not going to get another that bomb tower, or he's not going to get the air defense if the queen walked over or anything. So she's just going to die over on that side after a little taking out some trash. So he's going to start the Lalo over here. It gets held up because of this sweeper. It's going to come over onto those, but nice and patient with the haste. I think he should have dropped the haste right here a little bit sooner so that the loons didn't get so close to being targeted. As you see that they are hit there, he does lose a couple. Sees those Teslas pop, and that's where he's going to drop his heal. He wants to keep those alive because it's important that he takes out the Teslas and the Expos. And then on the edges here, there's not really anything else. There's one air defense, but he's got so many loons left that it's not going to be an issue. Plus, the Hound is on it. So it seems like everything is just going to be going all right for this. He does swag a haste there, and he's got some minions up top cleaning up. So a nice hit by Nikhil again. Fresh. That's the second one that I'm showing you, and the third one that I'm showing you is going to be another loon attack as well. Swags the haste and uses it in the cleanup. Nice job by him. And the next one is 22 by Drake. Really funky base, and he approaches it basically by saying, these are probably empty. He's hoping that there's not defenses in there so that he can just work loons around all those defenses and not really need to have them covered by hounds, because as you can see, he's only bringing one hound. I forget if he has one in CC or not, but even still, with his kill squad coming in on this queen, he's not going to take out any of the air defenses. He's going to test the wall breaker in a second. Finds a small bomb that's in a bad place. That guy should change that. It should be 2 blocks away. Come on. There goes. No splash. Should be fine. There you go. King and queen are going to go in. Never mind. King likes to go to the town hall. But the queen's in there, and the enemy queen is taken out, and that's really all that matters. Does find a Tesla. Gets that archer tower down. And the queen's archers are actually taking out the baby dragon CC, which is helpful. And in a second here, he's going to start the Lalo from the south. There we go. He does have a Hound CC. I forgot that. That's my bad. Coming in on that sweeper, and that back-end sweeper could actually be an issue. So let's see if his loons are going to go from this air defense over to that sweeper to help the other side or not. These guys separating right here, that actually might help him because a big pack is going this way. And no, it looks like they're just going to go to the wizard tower instead. So he's got everything working around, and we'll see what happens on the back end. That one loon shouldn't be able to take that out. Yeah. But he still has 2 heals. I mean, he used no spells except for a poison on the kill squad. So he does have a lot of back end to help him. Look at that CC. And that's just going to drag all of those pups across. There's that last heal, fighting that sweeper as best that he can, and really it's just going to come down to the fact that there's only 1 point defense on those loons, and that hound even survived because he did take out the air defenses so early in the raid. Valks actually messed up the cleanup a bit. They pulled the pups pretty far away from where they were, so now everything's got to work back to these tanky buildings over here, and his archers were getting slaughtered by the little Valks that could over there. But still a nice job. The Hound is even unpopped. So he thoroughly demolished this base, despite the fact that it didn't go 100% according to plan. That's what happens when it's fresh. You don't know. We had 2 10v10s, and I'm going to show you both of them. And I'm going to finish with a 10v11. AJ is actually normally hitting Town Hall 11s. He holds his attacks a little bit and will, kind of clean up a Town Hall 11 in CWL or something like that if need be. But here you see he's running a pretty standard bitch attack on a Town Hall 10. And it looks like this guy's pretty developed. His Infernos are low leveled, as you can see, but the point defenses and the splash, the Wizard Towers could use another level, but everything else looks, I guess those cannons up there aren't all max, but, it's not like it's a tier 1. if you're talking about CWL rankings. It's not an easy 10v10 by any means. So this is a nice job seeing what he could do on this base. He's using this entire corridor right here, and he actually drops that jump. Look at the jump. It's not getting over a wall in terms of where he's going directionally from southwest to northeast, but it enables his troops to jump into the Inferno compartment. You see there's a golem in there on the level 2 Inferno. His king can jump in there and take out those bomb towers. And then that golem jumps back in. Like, it's just helping his troops go back and forth instead of being stuck in that one area, not being able to target the Infernos because they are those 3 tiles away for the bowlers not to be able to hit. So it's a really smart jump. It doesn't look like you need it because you're going, oh, well, my troops are going to go down that corridor, but they need to be able to go back and forth again to be able to target the Infernos. He did find, look at all the bombs that he found in here, the 2 bomb towers. He found 2 giant bombs there, and even still, he has those couple bowlers walking around the outside. Everything in the middle is dead, but the bowlers walking on the outside with the witches behind them is really what saved this raid. His queen did die banging on a wall, because what else would she be doing? that's her MO. And really, it just comes down to the fact that the skeletons overwhelmed the point defenses over here. So even if the guy just had, maybe make that a wizard tower or something like that, this would have been a different raid. But AJ exploits the fact that there's nothing but point on that side, takes out the other 2/3 of the base, and just lets the witches walk all the way to the end. So a nice job by AJ. If that wasn't done, they could cost you the war if you don't get the 10v10s there, because we did have to cover up for one of our Town Hall 11 dip fails as well. So we did get 2 10v10s, and that's a big difference in this, and the fact that their 11s failed on one of their dips and even got a 1-star on it. And 8. This was such a cool attack. This is not fresh. They actually had a 10v10 fresh, so good for them. But watch the 3 bowler bounces he has here, where he's taking out 3 defenses. One's a mortar, the other 2 are wizard towers, which, that's a lot of value right there. We're talking about max Town Hall 10 wizard towers. So he gets the one up there, down here on that mortar, and down here on the wizard tower. While it's going, let's talk about pathing for that. He's looking to suicide his heroes right here to get this Inferno and this air defense. There he starts it. But the other thing that I want to point out is he's starting his Lalo, and he has this big compartment of defenses here, and then where are they going to go? They're going to go here, and then they're going to go to the Inferno. And instead of going over here to the Wizard Tower, they're just going to work their way through. So it really helps the pathing. Here's that weird CC I was telling you about with all loons. Not normal to see that at Town Hall 10. At least we haven't seen anything really except for Lalo. And then when we see something other than it, we get really excited. So drops the poison on here, but it's not working as fast as it should. So he does have to pop the ability. And now you're getting worried. Is he going to get the Inferno? Is he going to get the air defense? Luckily, the cannon goes down first, and the archer tower is out of range. So he does get the Inferno, and the king stays out while the queen takes that air defense as well. I'm going to pre-drop some hastes here. The only negative that I see to this entire raid, to be honest with you, is he's a little late on his hounds here, because one of those loons gets targeted, as you can see, and gets taken out. So, boo on you, Devi. You lost 1 loon. So far, at least. Skeleton spell going in the rage on that queen to get her taken out. Doesn't even use the freeze on that Inferno, because look at how easily the loons path to it. That's really good scouting on Devi's part to see that that's where the loons are going to go, and realize that taking out that wizard tower is that valuable. It's not just a building for 6 troop space, or 2 buildings for 6 troop space. It's way more than that when it comes to a Lalo attack. Thinking about holding the freeze, but he's going to use it there on the Expo, which was taking out a lot of the pups. And the cleanup is totally going fine. He's got some minions and, of course, the pups going over there. And at that point, defenses are gone. Really solid attack by Devi, who I think is Phantom, but I'm not sure. And last attack, number 3, by me. Not fresh. Saw a guy do quad bowlers on it. I think that might have been TT. I don't recall. So I'm doing a similar thing, just dropping the bowlers in a little different spot because I saw the way that his path and the rage is a little bit different as well. I dropped the hog, and I purposely put the archer there to get that free building after the mortar went down, but it's also to drag the hound loon CC over to this direction. The purpose of the hog was to lure the CC, because that can really hurt you on these 10v11 attacks, because your queen ends up not going taking out the town hall because she's getting caught up with the Lalo. So here again, the archer's just pulling the hound and the loon. I'm going to speed up here. I drop a barbarian, and then I think I drop an archer again just to pull them over so that my baby dragon is out of range of every other defense. There's also a seeking air mine somewhere around here, so I wanted to make sure that I pulled all the way to the corner, so I brought a few extra troops. That's the benefit of not being a fresh hit. Drop the poison, and now I'm ready to start the rest of the attack. I'm just going to do the same thing that I did on the other corner over here, drop a couple bowlers for the army camp first, and then hopefully these bowlers go and target these defenses. They do get the wizard tower, and then I'm starting over here. This is interesting to me. You're begging somebody to wall break in here because there's no chance that you have any bombs there. So as long as you're tanking for really point defenses, there's not even any splash, why wouldn't you wall break in there? So I took a bunch just because, I don't know, I had the troop space and I didn't know what else to use it for. I think I took 2 extra or something. And now that enables me to use a jump to get really nowhere. I could have just walked in that little canal towards that expo on the northern side right here. I could have just walked in there instead of using a jump. But I guess better safe than sorry in that case. I wanted my bowlers to be able to go somewhere. And a lot of them are going to die. I dropped the freeze to get the Inferno and the Expo. There's no CC to worry about. So my queen should just step up and take out that town hall, and certainly she does. The bowler's working in late, taking out a lot of percentage. I did bring an extra baby dragon just in case I needed percentage. I'm surprised there was not a seeking air mine up there or a Tesla. I know there was one right here, but you gave a couple free buildings over there for somebody. So just picked apart that base pretty nicely. Could have gotten an extra 2% or something had things gone a little bit better, but overall not bad. Talking about Viper for a second, things have been going really well. You can see there's a lot of good clans that we're facing here. LexCorp is a good clan. Mary Cotcat, if that's how you say it, Above and Beyond. I don't remember Baker Boys. But anyways, WHF, that was a rough one, man. Those guys are good. And we did just get into the semifinals. We were 1 win away from getting into the finals in CWL Season 2. So congrats to the clan. Really speaks volumes to what Leanne, who I just heard is not actually said Leanne, and TT and all the rest of the leadership is doing at Viper. They're a great crew. Everything is really organized, and I'm happy to be here. And we'll look forward to Season 3, and you'll see some NDL recaps, and I'll be seeing you soon. Take it easy.